Hello, everyone. My name is Ryan Mossor. That is one of my best friends, David Kahoun, and you're locked into another episode of the Commissioner's Couch Fantasy Football Podcast. Tonight is season 2, episode 17. David, our 30th episode overall. Crazy.
30, the big 30,
Thir-
man. That
Three
is
zero,
insane.
man. And,
Three
and
dozen.
there's 3 dozen now.
It's not 3 dozen, no.
Oh, David used to be a math major. That's fun.
That
Okay.
is really fun.
Well, I mean, there's a different kind of electricity running through the room, I'd say. Not necessarily the nervous kind or the cautious kind, but tonight I think is going to be the chaotic kind of electricity, I'd say. The kind that shows up only when the stakes feel a little sharper, and the decisions feel a little heavier. And every move you can make could be the one that keeps you alive or sends you packing. Because tonight we're stepping into a format that doesn't just test your strategy for fantasy football, it tests your nerve as well. Tonight we are doing a full 12-team mock draft, a guillotine auction mock draft. This isn't your typical snake, not your typical, your comfortable little redraft room. This is survival. This is pressure. This is fantasy football. This is the version of fantasy football of, walking the tightrope with no net underneath you. It's pure chaos in Guillotine League. In a Guillotine League, every week is elimination. Every roster spot matters. Every dollar you spend has consequences. And in auction specifically, now you're really cooking with fire because suddenly, the board isn't dictating anything. You are. Your budget, your discipline, your willingness to push, the room or let the room push you. It all takes place in a Guillotine League. Do you blow your half of your bankroll, on a superstar because you refuse to die early? Do you spread the money around to trust your depth to keep you afloat? Do you wait for bargains and pray that the room gets a little reckless early, or do you become the reckless one and force everyone else to react? That's what this format it's so damn fun, David. It exposes who you are as a manager. It shows you, whether you can stay calm when the bidding gets loud, whether you can pivot when your plans get punched in the mouth, and whether you can build a roster that can survive, the weekly chopping block. Tonight, we're going to run through all of it, the strategies, the pivots, the risks, the moments where you have to decide whether you're playing to survive or playing to dominate. So settle in, let's get comfortable, grab whatever you're going to drink tonight, and let's do a full 12-team guillotine auction mock draft.
Guillotine, baby.
Guillotine,
It's
David.
time.
David
Yeah,
loves
this
guillotine.
is I do love guillotines. They're so fun. This is kind of like the hardcore mode, though, for fantasy footballers. If you've been playing for years like we have, and you're like, hey, redraft is fun and all, but I kind of feel like it's getting stale, guillotine is a great way to change it up and try something new that's a little bit more keeping you on your toes every week, and making sure that you're staying active and attentive to everything that's happening in the fantasy football world. And so it's a great draft. And the saying goes for guillotine: if you're not last, you're first. So that's the motto.
Call to action, buddy.
Oh yeah. So yeah, if you've been rocking with us this whole time, please go ahead and follow us wherever you are at. We love putting out this content. We love helping you grow in your fantasy football leagues and spilling coffee on our t-shirts sometimes. Uh, but yeah, if you are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, which is now X, TikTok. I think we're pretty much everywhere that you are. So go ahead and give us a follow, subscribe to us, turn on notifications, YouTube as well. We just want to be where you are and help you win your leagues. And then if you are also listening on podcast form, we are everywhere that podcasts are. So go ahead, turn on automatic downloads, follow us, give us a review because that's what helps us grow as podcasters in our podcast world. And so, yeah, please leave us a review and tell us how good of a job we're doing. So
Yeah, on
thanks.
socials we're at the Commish Couch. Please go follow us, or you can just look up the Commissioner's Couch podcast. We're like Dave said, we're everywhere. So please support us. Please, you might be watching on X right now or Twitter. Go on Spotify, go on Apple. Just subscribe for us, guys. It means so much to us. We really appreciate it. Real quick, also, we are brought to you by Mossor Moments Photography. We are a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland who specialize in providing the best wedding photos in Northeast Ohio. Check out our website at mossormomentsphotography.com. That's MOSSOR, momentsphotography.com. David, how you been doing, brother?
Dude, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
As you can tell by the setup and the way I'm dressed and everything, I
And the
am
awful
actually at a
Wi-Fi.
work conference. and the awful Wi-Fi. I
Okay.
apologize for the spottiness. But yeah, I'm at a work conference here in Reno, Nevada. So it's going really well. That's really funny. The like keynote speaker on night one kind of had like a lot of football analogies, and he kind of kept asking the crowd, "Hey, does anybody know who Malik Neighbors is?" And of course, nobody knows. So I'm late raising my hands. He's like, "Oh, so tell me about Malik Neighbors," and then I get to talk about Malik Neighbors a lot. So Jaden
Nice.
Daniels, same thing. So I got picked on that whole keynote speech because I knew what fantasy or like football was, and so it was just really really funny. Now I'm known as the football guy here at the conference.
Oh
So
no.
it's great.
Oh no! If you're leading the whole conference in football takes, that conference might be screwed. No, I'm kidding. That's hilarious. That's
Yeah,
awesome,
how you
man.
doing though?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Just same stuff every day. Trying to raise my kids and
Yeah,
not ruin them. So
you're
you know,
doing a great job.
appreciate
Yeah.
that, brother. Appreciate that. Trying to make another. Why not? YOLO.
Ooh,
The
four is a
world,
lot.
the
So
world needs good people, David, and I'm ready to just keep on popping them out. Well, not me, my beautiful wife, but nonetheless, having fun.
best of luck to you.
Yeah. All right. You want to do a recap of what we've done so far this season, David?
Yeah, let's do it. So we have been really going hard this offseason trying to get you all prepared for the upcoming football season. So we started all the way back in February getting everybody ready for the NFL draft because it's such a important offseason event that happens for the fantasy football world. And so we spent weeks talking about the upcoming quarterbacks in this draft class, talking about the wide receivers, which is really, really deep and very going to have a lot of value this year specifically, I think. Talking about the running backs and the tight ends. And so if you want to go and listen to any of those, go find them on our podcast forum on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Boom Player, wherever you get your podcast from. But yeah, that was like pretty much our start of the off season. And then after that, we broke down the draft. We talked about free agency, where people landed, new coaches, and changes, and all these other changes that happened during the off season. So you can find any of those podcasts as well.
You
Give them a
should
listen. And then
go
we
find
started
them.
doing some mock drafts, which has been really, really fun. So we did a couple of rookie mock drafts to help you with your dynasty leagues because those have been in the mix right now of getting going. We did a couple of mock drafts, which were really fun, and just kind of seeing how the board falls, who's
Mhm.
kind of rising, who's kind of somebody that's falling a little bit. So that's been really fun. I still think my mock draft was better than yours, but that's okay.
No,
And
it's okay.
that brings us to this week, the Guillotine mock draft, and our first ever auction draft, teaching you all how to use an auction draft and what kind of strategies you can take and how to best approach that so you can be set up for success.
Yeah, so this is kind of a 2-for-1 here. So you get, you're going to learn about auction as well because, that's you get a certain amount of money that you're allocated for the entire season, and then you bid on players, use that money, and you can't go over that for your whole team. So it gets pretty competitive. Different strategies, whether you want to front load your roster with the good players and just get them out of the way, whether you want to wait till the end where everyone else spends all their money, and then you have some extra money left over to maybe get some guys and build some depth. A lot of different strategies just for auction in general, let alone Guillotine, which we're going to talk about real quick. Before we jump into this thing, I did want to take a second to explain exactly 100% what Guillotine League is and how specifically a Guillotine auction draft works, because if you've never played in one, this format hits completely different than anything you've ever used to, and it can get kind of confusing. So a Guillotine League is simple on paper, I would say, but it's absolutely ruthless in practice, wouldn't you say, David?
Oh, absolutely, yes. I feel like every year I learn a different strategy that's like, oh, I should remember that for next year. And then I try it, and the whole game just changes on me. So you got to keep up on your toes.
Yeah, yeah. Every single week, the lowest scoring team in the league gets eliminated. Not falls, to last place, not takes a loss, eliminated, gone, season over, and that's what it means when the team gets chopped. Okay, their entire roster, every player they drafted, every player they traded for, every player they believed in gets dumped into the waiver wire for the rest of the league to fight over. It turns into free agency into weekly. Turns free agency into a weekly feeding frenzy. It forces you to build your team with one goal in mind, which is don't finish last ever. Not this week, not never. Don't ever finish last. Because if you do, you're out of the league, all your players go to waivers, and then it's, every man for himself trying to pick up with whatever fab you have left for those players. now add in the action draft on top of that, which David mentioned, and the strategy is wild because in a guillotine auction, you're not waiting for the board to come to you. You're not hoping for your guys to fall for your pick or anything like that. You're not locked in a draft position. You control everything. So you get a budget, usually $200. I think we're going to do $200 in this simulation.
Yeah, we're doing
today.
200.
And every player is up for bid. So every single player. If you want a superstar, you can go get them right now. You just got to pay for them. If you want to build a deep, balanced roster, you can do that. If you want to, sit back and wait for the room to overspend, that is also an option a lot of players do. But every dollar you spend has weight because if you blow your budget early and your team stumbles out of the gate, you might not even make it to week 2. So you can have Bijan and Christian McCaffrey and some of these other guys. You spend all your money and then just get a bunch of scrubs and hope that those guys carry you a little bit. But in week 1, if they don't score great and all of a sudden you're the lowest scoring team, you're out of the league, and now Christian McCaffrey and Bijan are free agents for everyone else to bid on. So that's what I think makes it so fun and so stressful. You're drafting for survival, not necessarily style points. You're trying to build a roster that can avoid the chopping block long enough to take you to take advantage of those massive waiver wire drops later in the season that you want. And you're consistently battling, aggression with discipline, upside with safety, and stars with depth. Tonight we're going to go through all of it, how we value players, how we manage the budget, how we react when the room gets a little reckless, and how we build a team that can actually survive, the blade of the chop. The chop is crazy too, because all of a sudden, like, you're in the league and then all of a sudden you are out of the league. Now, I'm not saying you're out, you're kicked out of the league. You can't even go in and look like you're done. So, this is it's pretty fun. It's pretty ruthless, like I said, but this is strategy. This is chaos, absolute pressure. And this is exactly why I think guillotine leagues have become one of the most addictive formats in fantasy football, specifically for David Kahoun. I'm ready to get into it, David. Are you?
Yeah, real quick though, before we jump into the actual mock, I do want to explain what the bidding would look like during a season in a guillotine league,
Yeah,
just because it's pretty different than every other type of league. It will be what's called a blind auction. So you will place a blind auction bid on a player. So let's say Christian McCaffrey gets cut week 1. Everybody in the league is going to bid on him because he's Christian McCaffrey. You are wanting to have the highest bid, but you don't know what everybody else is bidding. So it could be that you bid $40 out of your $200 budget for the whole year, and you get him for $40. Or you can bid $150 and you outbid everybody by $70, but you still get him. And so it's important to know value of players that they have during the season, so that way you don't blow all your fab money on one specific player that was just cut, and that you keep some of your money going into the end of the season as well, because once there's only 5 of you left, that's when the fab part gets really, really important. Yeah. So
also,
you kind of want to find some diamonds in the roughs in those
Sure.
Free agency auctions. So
also, it's important to know that you get $200 for the draft, and then you get an additional. Usually, it's $200. Some leagues go up to $1,000. It just depends what your commissioner does. Additional money for free agency as well. So you don't have to worry about oh no, I can't spend all my money in the draft because I have to worry about free. No, it's completely separate money that you'll get. Use all of your money for your draft, and then you'll get extra money for free agency. So it's important to remember that as well.
Yeah, and the draft money doesn't roll over into free agency.
Yeah, so use it all.
Completely different. So yeah.
You should never have money left over, I'd say. So
please don't.
I've done that once or twice. Oops, $1 or $2, whatever. Are we ready to do this, David?
Let's do it. All right. We don't have video sounds because I'm on sabbatical over here, but let me make some fun noises.
Don't. And now everyone just left before the draft, David. All right, I'm going to add in this mock draft. I'm going to do this boy, not that. Okay. Hold on. Bear with me.
Beautiful.
Boom. We did it. Okay. Wait, nope. Hold on. What the world?
What happened?
There we go. You're all black. Your screen's all black.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I was going to sleeper to look at the thing.
All right. So we have the draft up. I need to get on my phone to draft as well.
So one thing to note about drafts like these, the place that you're picking in doesn't necessarily matter really at all. Whoever's draft position it is, that just pretty much means they're nominating the player that's going to go up for auction.
Right.
So it's not really important until probably the later rounds because that's when you can nominate somebody and maybe sneak away with getting them for $1 or $2. But everything else, it doesn't really matter.
Are you in charge of this mock draft? Are you the one that has to start it?
Yes, I
Okay.
am. I
Just to make
just
sure.
you let me know when you're ready.
Also, real quick, you don't always necessarily have to bid on a guy that you want, if that makes sense. Okay,
Yep.
so like for this specific draft, I'm drafting fifth, so I will nominate a player fifth up. So if there's a guy that I necessarily don't want, I may nominate him early for $1 because I know that I'm not going to win him for $1 realistically. His value is way higher, but I'm just trying to get him out of the way so that later in the draft, maybe another guy I want falls to me and I have more money, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to make other teams lose as much money early as possible as well. So there's a ton of strategy here, guys. So
All right, well, let's get into it, shall
let's
we?
do it.
All right, there we go. Bijan is on the clock. Let's see how high he goes for.
This needs to go so much faster, David.
I'm trying to make it go faster.
It's fine. All right. So as you can see, each team right now is bidding for Bijan. He's going up. His average. Does it say his average of what he's supposed to be?
Usually it says projected amount.
Projected
Yeah,
is
like
$84. Right now he's sitting at 63, 67. So Sleeper and on average on Sleeper when you do guillotine drafts is saying that he goes for 80. What did I say? 84.
Yeah, 84.
He's already passed what his average price is. What's the
And
time?
at that point,
What's the time limit here, kid?
yeah, I'm trying to lower it, but it might not happen
That's
until
fine.
after this pick.
It is what it is. All right. Team 2 nominating. Bear with us, guys. We haven't done many mock drafts with this. Just
Did he get drafted? What is happening here? Oh, we still have 30 seconds left for.
Yeah, we need to reset this real quick, David. I'm going to pause it. Okay.
Hold on. Don't pause. I mean, you can pause it if you want, but yeah, we'll find out in 10 seconds if my update happened to it.
Sorry, viewers, bear with us here. It's
yeah,
obviously
sorry.
we can't have a minute per pick here, guys, because that would take forever. So 30 seconds now.
All right, I lowered it to 30 seconds. Yeah.
All right, that's better. Okay, so the next player up nominated is Christian McCaffrey, and
I got Bijan for $85.
His average is 68. So yeah, so David used 85 of his 200 available fab. So he's almost already halfway done with all of his fab that he's available to use. It's crazy.
Interesting. Is he going to go for less than his value?
Nope, he's over.
No, he's not.
A lot of patience in these auction draft, guys, because there is a time and it resets 10 seconds every time there's a bid. Who's next? Gibbs. Okay.
Jahmyr Gibbs is up now. And his projected value is $76. And Jahmyr Gibbs is going very heavy here. There it is. Jahmyr Gibbs for $77. All right, so Moss and I seem to be doing the same strategy here for this guillotine auction draft, where we are targeting running backs early and are not necessarily scared to pay.
Yeah, so with Gibbs, I really like the value
We'll see
here.
how it plays off in the long run.
On who is up, right? Taylor's projected value is $72. With Gibbs, I mean, he
He's
gives
at
you
60 right now.
bankable touches, explosive efficiency, and a role that doesn't disappear even when Detroit rotates backs. And I don't think they're going to anymore now that Montgomery's gone. In a format that where one bad week can end your season, having a player like Gibbs who can rip off a 20-point game at any touch is kind of a safety blanket that you pay up for early. Same thing with Bijan that David has there. So that's what we're banking on. We're banking on these guys having a great week one to start off the year. So am I nominating? Sorry.
Yeah. You are. You're good. Jonathan Taylor went for $72 there. And so pretty much everybody here is going for similar prices to what they're projected to do.
All right, I nominated Brock Bowers. Why? Because I don't necessarily think that I want to spend a ton of money on tight end early, and I know someone will, specifically David's Pookie, so I threw him out there because I know David is infatuated with them. This strategy actually got me last year with Travion Henderson. I bid so much on Henderson thinking I was going to get more than what we got last year, and it didn't work out, which stinks. So
yeah.
I won him.
There he goes.
Oh, I didn't. It's funny because I just said I didn't want him, but I got him for $28. The best tight end in the NFL is cool. So
yeah, it's a great pick. I'm just trying to be smart with my money and go elsewhere with it.
Yeah, but I mean, stacking him with Gibbs, I mean, I'm paying for weekly involvement, not necessarily boomer bust.
Yeah.
His role in that offense is already absolutely established and carved out. Manufactured touches, red zone usages, scheme that treats him like a featured piece instead of a traditional tight end. I mean, he's going to carry me through week one easily, and then on top of that, I'll have better weeks. So James Cook is up to 69 right now.
I think I'm at the point.
His perceived value is 68. He's already over his value. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I think I'm at the point now where the way that this is set up, there's 2 running backs and 2 wide receivers on our team with 2 flex spots.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd rather just fill those spots before I get to tight end. So that's where I'm at with
I never looked at the format of the league, to be honest, but it's fine.
That's okay.
I mean, still Brock Bowers, like I said, he's tight end 1 this year, I think. Puka, wow, cheap right now for Puka. Puka goes for 57 normally, which is interesting because, as I told you last week, David, at the Fantasy Cares, the Scott Fishbowl Cincinnati Live Draft, there was, I think, 6 or 7 out of the 20 leagues that Puka went first overall.
Oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so interesting.
But I got him.
Nice. How much you pay for him?
58.
Nice.
So I got Bijan and Puka.
Jamar Chase. His average projected is $64 out of your 200 fab.
Yeah, that's pretty high, I feel like, for Jamar Chase.
I disagree. A lot of people think he'll be wide receiver 1 this year, especially with the healthy Joe Burrow. They fortified that defense, which hopefully will mean that the offense has a little bit more of a chance and can get a breather. So, and I mean, all 5 of their offensive linemen are back for the second year in a row for the first time in forever. So,
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, I just feel like I like the value of Jackson Smith and Jigba for $50, CeeDee Lamb for $45, Amon-Ra St. Brown for $42. I like those values.
Even Puka there, yeah. Puka, I mean, was $7 projected less than. I mean, people are just thinking he's going to have that wide receiver 1 year again. So we got Kenneth Walker right now. His average projection is $58. Right now he's at 30 or 46. The wide receiver 1 for the Kansas City Chiefs. If I could talk. 59. He's over his projected value.
And there he goes for 58. So he went for his value. There you go. There's JSN.
Yeah, Travion Henderson screwed me last year, David.
Yeah, that was a bad draft for you, and
It
it
was a
really
good.
set you
I had
up.
a good draft. I went all the way to the final four. I just spent $34 out of my 200 on Travion Henderson, thinking he was going to be great, and he wasn't. So I actually
Mm-hmm.
had a good year last year in that league.
Oh,
Right
I
now he's
thought
at
I was thinking of the other league
51.
where you went out first in.
No, not Tony's league. Screw Tony's league. We don't count that one because I didn't do good enough. He went for $1 more than his projected value, which is pretty much a tradition. You bid $1 more right now, at least in simulation mock drafts, you will get your guy. Jeremiah Love bid up. Was that your bid?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I knew it was you. Jeremiah
The
Love.
technique: bid somebody that you don't want early on.
His value projected is 43. He's $1 over. So I doubt there'll be another bid from computer. He will go for 44. That is the tradition. So if that's not normally how it would go in a regular guillotine auction draft, guys. Normally, if someone's thirsty, they're going to bid an extra dollar, even in the last second, just to be that guy. I love being that guy personally. So, yeah. Devin
Especially if it's
Chain.
somebody that's on their like favorite team, they love to bid up
Yeah.
those players.
Browns fans are dumb, man.
They're smart, but they're dumb at the same time.
They're dumb. They love David Njoku every year, but he doesn't do anything. We're at $50. 50 is his projection. 51. No one's going to bid over it.
Say less.
You got him?
No, I can't even bid that high.
Sheesh. Did I just steal
There
a
you go.
top 5 running back?
You,
What's my fab
you
right
sniped
now?
him.
35? I'll take that.
So Moss has
I have Gibbs.
Jameer Gibbs, Devin Chain, and Brock Bowers. And he has $35 for his max bid left and $44 total for his fob. And I have Bijan and Puka, and I got $47 for my max bid and $57 left total. So
Yeah, A-Chain.
overall, we're both pretty even right now.
A-Chan, I can't ever say his last name. He gives you what I think very few backs can offer, and his instant scoring spikes paired with efficient, high-level touches. He's the only name in that offense, and he's going to eat. And the fun thing is he doesn't need 20 carries a game to keep you alive. He just needs space, and Miami gives him that every single week, I think. So Omarion Hampton is another guy I love this year.
Oh, I don't like Omarion Hampton this year.
David's wrong, so it's okay, guys.
Sometimes it can be, but we'll see.
Real quick with my team, though, the mixture of Gibbs, Devin Chain, Brock Bowers. I mean, I think that Gibbs gives you stability, Achane gives you the weekly ceiling, and then Bowers gives you the positional safety for sure, and the weekly value. I've covered my RB1, my RB1 floor, my potential RB2 spike. My tight end is absolutely consistent. For a guillotine core, this is very, very balanced. It's not too risky, not too conservative. I still have some money to spend to spend with if I need to. I'm going to need to. I have a quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 flex, and then my entire bench to fill with $35. So I got my boomer bust guys. Now it's time to find value. So David and I probably aren't going to be bidding too much here just because we don't have a ton of money. We're going to have to wait later in the draft when we do get that value of the guys who are left over but still have potential. So.
Yeah, and hope that maybe some of these other high caliber guys start falling in some sneaky value spots. So I'm looking at some players coming up here soon that I think could possibly fall that might be helpful for my team.
Right.
And I can definitely outbid Mossor to get them. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Can he? We'll see.
Oh, I can.
My turn to nominate. All right.
He is nominating
Quinshon Judkins.
Quinshon Judkins, running back. Already at $20. All right.
I don't even know how much his value was. I didn't see it. Did you?
$19 is what he's projected at.
Oh, well, he's gone. There you go. Get an RB2 out of the way. Let another team lose some money, and keep moving. My dog is barking. I'm on Ross St. Brown, still here, man. See, this is where I kind of wish I would have waited a
Yeah,
little.
that's crazy. Projected for 42.
And he's gone. Dave, I'll be right back.
Yeah, you do your thing. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting right now to get through some of these picks. It's going. Um, Moss is doing well. He's got his core that he likes, and that's kind of what you're looking for in drafts like these. You're kind of wanting to just build a core group of players. So whether that be 2 running backs and a tight end, like Mossor's done, I'm trying to do the running back and 2 wide receiver route, just so that way I have those core positions filled. I can always find a running back 2. It's hard to find a wide receiver 2 that's pretty good and elite, and so that's kind of where I'm at with my position right now. So I'm just waiting for some value to fall for me. But yeah, I think the positions that you can always kind of like wait on, because you can always try and ride the waiver wire on, would be quarterback is one of them. And then flex players are always people you can always add to as well. But I do think it's good to try and sneak to get a tight end early if you're able to.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. I'll just tell them some different strategies that we have, but pretty much saying how important it is to get a core group with your first couple of like picks and auctions that you win, so that way you have that core that can carry you throughout the whole season.
Yep.
And so whether that be a running back, wide receiver, running back, 2 wide receivers, or what you did, 2 running backs and a tight end, as long as you have a core group that can carry you through the start of the season and into the middle of it, that gives you and sets you up for a huge chance to compete down the end of the Guillotine League.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, Spectrum was trying to sell me some internet.
Oh, did you buy?
No, I have way better internet than Spectrum, so
Nice.
I'm good. Shout out,
We're good, Spectrum. Thank you, though.
yeah.
And there you go, Justin Jefferson for $40, which is what he's projected to do.
$40, yeah. The newly extended Drake London for the Atlanta Falcons and Kyle Pitts. Wow.
Pity City.
Wow. Kevin Stefanski's gonna screw that guy over so bad.
We'll see. I think, which is a big reason why I targeted him, but the one person that I like the most on that Atlanta offense is Bijan because of Kevin. I think Kevin will do a good job getting run games up. Yeah,
absolutely. All right.
Let's see what we want to do here.
David, what league did you do this in so I can get back in on my phone?
I just did it in a mock draft room.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in your message.
Trevian Henderson going for $25 right now, which is not what I would pay for him this year. I learned my lesson.
He's projected to go for 25, so that makes sense. And there you have it.
Bucky Irving. I have high hopes for Bucky this year, David. Little trepidation, but high hopes.
I don't know. I think, isn't Kenneth Gainwell there now?
Yeah, that's why I stacked him.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I like Bucky. I want him to do well. I'm just not sold on it completely just yet.
Great rookie season. Disappointing last year because of injuries. We'll see. I'm high on him. They all go for $1 more. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We need Team 2 to get not Team 4 has no players.
I know. Team 12, though, look at them. They've got Josh Jacobs, Quinshawn Judkins, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Justin Jefferson, and Travion Henderson.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Nobody's not first. Kidding. Nico Collins, 35. He's going to go for his value.
Yep.
Guys, the things with these are they are slow drafts. Obviously, it's not ace. I mean, there's some slow drafts. I was in the draft I was just talking about. That was 2 weeks ago, David. I'm still drafting in currently. So
Yeah, those are slow drafts. Yeah,
those are
where
super
each
slow
pick is
drafts.
like 12 hours long.
These are slow drafts just because of the 30 seconds in between everyone's nominating, and then every time someone nominates, it resets 10-second clock. So
Yeah.
these could last 2 or 3 hours. We're gonna try to zoom past them here a little bit more, but. Are you able to switch the 30 seconds to 10 seconds, David?
I can.
Let's just do that because we're. I mean,
Yeah,
it resets anyway at 10 seconds. So
all right. Let's see it.
nice, much better. Malik Neighbors, obviously coming off that awful injury. He's projected $35 right now. I mean, they don't know if he's going to be ready for the beginning of the season. But if you can get him cheap enough and see if he can help you with that playoff push, if you want to hold him. Or personally, for me, in a Guillotine League, I'm not bidding on Malik Neighbors. I'm just going to let someone else do it. And then when they get chopped because he's not playing for the first half of the season, I'll pick him up later. So he'll be going for $36 here, $1 more than his average projection, and we will move on. George Pickens' next nomination. This guy's, I think, the ultimate boomer bust. You know, it could be a top 5 player, could not be. Just depends on the offense and his attitude. $34. Nope. Where's his money?
31. It says right next to it, underneath his
31.
name.
Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah. So one thing you want to keep in mind of now that we're in a mock draft like this is bye weeks. So as you can look at my team, if you're able to, both of my players I have are. I'm supposed to nominate somebody.
I just nominated.
Thank you. Oh, never mind. You are nominating, not me. But yeah, both of my players are both on a week 11 bye, and so it's important to keep that in mind as I continue to progress and bid on players to not bid on anybody else who's on a week 11 bye.
Or just be very aware of it and always have a backup plan. So.
All right, Derrick Henry going for $34.
Yeah, 10 seconds is the way to go here for sure.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, first quarterback nominated. As you can see, quarterbacks 26. That's I mean a third of what the top running backs are going for at least. Maybe a little less than third, but nonetheless, not nearly as valued, especially when a lot of teams go late round quarterback in general. You're really banking on Josh Allen having that week 1 domination here. So I don't know. I personally want to go quarterback early at least because then the value drops down a little bit, but.
Yeah. I talked about it earlier while you were letting your dog out, but I was like, yeah, I don't think that quarterback's a position you want to target early. You can definitely find your values later on in the draft, and you can also plan to try and patchwork it until you can get somebody off of a guillotine cut. So
yeah. Travis Etienne, he's going to go for $30 here or 20. Oh, they're going for their max. I see. So the next bid, I see. Okay, so he's not going for 29. Sweet. Garrett Wilson here, his average is
24.
24. How's Team 4 got nobody on their team, bro?
Nah, same with Team 8.
It's crazy. T. Higgins.
Projected for $25.
They'll never go below their projection too, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Until money starts running out. David Kahoun is nominating. Kyron's projected 34. He'll go 34. Usually these guys are going to go a lot higher, I would say as well.
Yeah.
Kyron at 34. Teams get desperate here. They don't have a running back. A lot of running backs are gone. He might go for 40, 45 by the time it's all over with, especially with two teams having their max money at 188 still with no players on their team. So,
yeah. $34 though. There you go.
AJ Brown. This guy screwed me in Guillotine last year. This is the guy who screwed me in Tony's league last year.
Yeah, he really did. I'm curious to see what happens with him this year. He's at his projected of $26, so he's probably going to go for that. But yeah, with the new team coming up in New England, a young quarterback who needs a wide receiver one like an AJ Brown, I think he could do really well. But we'll see what happens.
I think he will. I think his history with Mike Vrabel is going to help a lot. They're good friends. Vrabel understands how to work with him specifically. I would say not necessarily just a diva wide receiver, but him specifically. And that friendship is going to go a long way too. I think that Drake May, I think is going to be the QB2 coming out of the year this year. Possibly up for MVP, and now he has a true wide receiver one. So I don't know. I'm high on him. We'll see. Depends how crazy he is, just like all the other crazy top receivers that go crazy. So
let's go crazy.
RJ Harvey, ew.
Yeah, $22. No thanks. Rashee Rice has been nominated.
25 is his average. He's going to go for 25, which sucks because I actually like him. And this is a guy who probably a lot of people are lower on, obviously. I mean, his draft stock is probably the lowest it's been ever, but I still think he's over his projection. No, he's not. Okay.
Right at it.
He's on a team that, if he doesn't get suspended or go to jail again, he's going to dominate. So
yeah.
Team 4 does have a player now, AJ Brown. Nice.
Oh, congratulations. Team 8 is still a big goose egg, so nobody's there.
Waiting to get these sleeper superstars. Javonte Williams is at his projection. I think this is a low projection for him as well. So
yeah, I agree. All right, who we betting on here, Mossor? Drake May, the second quarterback nominated. Interesting.
$18 is his projected value. My QB2 projection on the year, I think he's going to be very good this year. David traded me in Dynasty, and I'm really grateful for it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anything to help the cause.
I love it.
Luther Burden, a player we talked about last week, but somebody who I am not as high on as everybody.
And I am, so that's funny. Burden's projected 23. He's staying at 23. He'll go for 23.
23, my lord. All right. Who we got next?
McMillan, Rookie of the Year.
Interesting.
Projected 24. That's good value for Ted McMillan.
Yeah. Teammate trying to get their first player. Can they do it? They cannot. Somebody sniped in at the last second, and his name is Dynasties CLE.
Yo, I only have $11 left for my team, but I don't care. I think I have a strong enough team now to where I am going to last week one for sure and continue. I mean, I got Gibbs, who is a potential to RB1, Devin Achane, who was a top 5 running back last year, Brock Bowers, tight end 1, and the Rookie of the Year, a top, 15, 20 receiver with possible higher projection. I'm happy with this right here for sure.
Yeah, and your team needed a wide receiver, so the fact that you maybe overspent, quote unquote, for Ted McMillan is honestly really good. So
yeah, the options left over probably were significantly lower tiers. Maybe there's a couple guys there. I mean, Devontae Smith possibly, but the projection we don't know. Other than that, do you want Mike Evans? I don't know. I like the opportunity here. $26, Type McMillan. I think he's a wideout. He's going to bring steady involvement, definite predictable usage in a role that doesn't vanish week to week. And I think in Guillotine, that's very important for sure. So I think at this price, he's the perfect complement to my high end backs. I'm not paying for a saver. I'm paying for stability here. And in a survival league, I think stability is worth every dollar. So I really, really like this pick.
Yeah. Speaking of picks, I just like mine that I got here. Jalen
Wasn't
Waddle for
paying attention.
$22.
That's a great pick up there.
Yeah, I think
Cheap,
he's
$22. Wow.
Yeah, he was somebody that needed to, I guess, get a new face and a new home. And I think that he's going to prove himself as a wide receiver one of that offense that just was so dynamic last year.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like that pick a lot.
I did too. Great pick.
Colston Loveland, our third tight end. Oh, so my team: Bijan Robinson, Puka Nacua, and Jalen Waddle. So we're still building out my core, but I like it so far, and finding some good value here in these middle round picks here, where we're trying to bolster up the roster.
I really like it too. Yeah, so I only have $11 left. So the max I can spend on a player is only $4. So I'm going to be out for a significant amount of time on drafting, at least probably until we get to around James Conner area, the 100th player overall. So I'm chilling right now. Right now we're at 45 ish. So that's the strategy here was like I said, I wanted to get some of the top guys just to make it through week one and hope that maybe a team that's waiting or maybe a different team that isn't as strong will not win, and I will be able to find better value on waivers. So I'm getting high end value here, and then still potential for high end picks later in the season. So. DeAndre Swift valued at $19 project or 19, and he's going to go for 19. So.
Yeah, and he goes for 19. There it is. Finally.
My team, Dave.
Yeah, good. I mean, anytime you get Brock Bowers on a team, I like it. So.
My Pookie up right now. Should I bet on him?
I don't know if you have the money.
I don't.
Team number 9 going for it for 14.
See, and you look at the value there. Like Tyler Warren is my second tier tight ends. He went for $14 compared to Brock Bowers, who went for double that. So Brock Bowers, you're getting the stability, you're getting as long as he's healthy, of course, but the consistency and the potential for tight end 1. But I mean, Tyler Warren, who is a fantastic player, and I think will do well this year, and probably gonna be a top 5 tight end you can get for half the price later. So it's just all of who you want and how you want to strategize it. So
true, yeah.
And then Trey McBride went for $38, so $10 more than Brock Bowers, which is crazy. So
yeah, that is crazy. David Montgomery here on the board, projected $18. I think I'm going to get away with getting him for $19. And there you have it. So that fills up my running back room. So I got Bijan Robinson, David Montgomery, Puka Nacua, Jalen Waddle. And so that's a good core group right there to help kind of establish my roster going into the season.
I still like Gibbs, Atchain, McMillan, and Bowers a little better, but both teams should survive week 1 for sure, and that's the goal here. It's just to survive week 1.
If you're not last, you're first, right?
Yep. This is your other Pookie, and I don't know why.
I do like Zay Flowers. I think he's a good PPR option for a depth wide receiver piece. He's somebody who I feel like has improved every year. And, yeah, I think he's just going to give you a very high floor.
Terry quadriceps. Ouch, it hurts McLaurin.
Miami.
Last year. All year. That quadricep, man. Week-to-week injury report we did.
There's still some good players here available on the board. So I'm excited.
How much max dollars do you have left?
I have a max of $8, so I have less than you.
Let's go. I'm about to ruin you. Stupid.
Jalen Warren has a projection of $16, and I feel like that is really high.
I'm not betting on Jalen Warren this year. That offense is dookie.
Yeah, just like it was last year.
Yep, the only part of the offense that did well is now in Tampa Bay and Kenneth Gainwell.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Devonta Smith, his value projected 16. That's crazy projection value. That's pretty low for a perceived wide receiver one in an efficient offense in Philly. They brought in, a guy named, like Dontavian Wicks. They got obviously Mekhi Lemon in the draft. Those are probably going to be your core three, and Smith is probably going to be that wide receiver one. So that value there is really, really good. So
yeah, it'll be interesting to see who kind of emerges as a true one there. I think it will be Mekhi Lemon moving forward, but Devonta Smith definitely is the seasoned veteran who already has that great chemistry with Jalen Hurts.
So. I really like Wicks as well. I think Wicks is going to have a good year this year, stepping into he's not AJ Brown, but stepping into the AJ Brown role, which that offense is still going to need. I like Wicks in this offense. So
okay, fair enough.
I'm really high on Mike Evans for this year, especially redraft. So
yeah, well, too bad you can't get him.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Kyle Managa going for $12 is insane. Tony Pollard. I secretly love Tony Pollard. I think he has been fantastic for fantasy the last few years.
Interesting.
Tony Pollard. Well, let me look up his stats real quick.
Jameson Williams. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Projected for $16.
Come on, verify here. You want to hear the last 4 years Tony Pollard stats? 2022, 1,007 yards and 9 touchdowns. 2023, 1,005 yards, 6 touchdowns. 2024, 1,079 yards, 5 touchdowns. And last year, 2025, 1,082 yards and 5 touchdowns. In the last 4 seasons, the guy's had over 1,000 yards rushing, and no one is talking about him.
You're not wrong. Nobody is talking about him.
Averaging 4.6 yards per carry in that time as well. And let's see. 3 receiving touchdowns also in that time. So pretty good value there. I really like Tony Pollard a lot, actually, secretly. He's one of my sleepers.
Okay, interesting. So Teammate was the last team to kind of pick a player, and now they have really filled out their team here. So they waited a long time to really pick players, and they ended up getting DeAndre Swift, Jalen Warren, Zay Flowers, Devonta Smith, Colston Loveland, DJ Moore, and Christian Watson. So their entire roster is filled minus the quarterback.
That's crazy.
And frankly, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't like that roster.
Yeah, that's a team they have Loveland, who's, that's her chop. So Loveland's going to be the top waiver pick for week 1. That team's booty.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
They have no good running backs.
And that's why I would not wait for players. Like, if you like somebody at the top, go and get them.
It's okay to wait. You just need to construct a roster better than this pile of crap. So, Carnote. All right, Carnote's average projection is $12 for the wide receiver 1 of the Tennessee Titans. Interesting.
I'm surprised you're not placing a bid.
I can't afford them. I have $11.
Well, it's more than me.
I know. Yeah, we're getting there.
Slowly but surely.
About 20 more picks. Once everyone starts spending their money and everyone has about $20 to $15-$20 left, then the bids start coming in quick, and it's like $1 or $2, $3 max per players because no one has the money. So that's when it's fun and you can get some value. So you can find some diamonds in the rough if you are smart enough. So
yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of these auto drafts teams that I actually kind of like.
Like who?
Team 12, I actually like theirs. They got Josh Jacobs, Quinshon Judkins, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Justin Jefferson, Travion Henderson, and Terry McLaurin.
It's not bad.
Team 2, I actually don't hate either. Josh Allen, Ashton Genty, Drake London, Nico Collins, George Pickens, Carnell Tate.
Yeah, a lot of receivers. I like the London. Nico should have a better year this year. Pickens is boomer bust and Tate. Yeah, I'm not as high on Genty as you are. I never have been, and
That's
never will
true,
be.
yeah.
So spending
like
$50
Genty.
on him, I don't know. You'd like to have another running back there, but his receiver room, and I mean, he's got the projected top quarterback in this season. So
yeah,
Makai Lemon, rookie receiver out of USC for the Philadelphia Eagles. For the Pittsburgh, Philadelphia Eagles.
Philly.
He's been going $8, and he's going to go $8.
Good for Team 4. I will get Makai Lemon in it at the point where he gets chopped.
My Pookie, on my Pookie list, Harold Fannin Jr. He's at $8. Dave was taking him for $8.
Can try to.
No one's going to outbid him. I'm not touching him.
I knew somebody was going to.
Team 4 outbid. Wow.
Projected to go to $12, so.
I think that's the first one that went below projection.
That's true.
Romadunze, projected $11, sitting at $6 right now by David Kahoun. David loves Rome.
I do like
and
Rome.
David's not getting Rome.
David is not getting Rome. Team 8 came in out of nowhere.
Team 8 stacking up on mid receivers. Jeez.
Yeah, Team 8's team is practically full here. They still have $35 to spend.
Like, look at Team 2 has $3, and they have running back and tight end, and their whole bench having to spend still.
Yeah.
In that case, you just get every player you nominate, pretty much. So you better be ready, because if you don't have any money to spend, then whoever you nominate, and if hopefully no one outbids them because they don't have any money. So that's also one thing that happens at the end here when everyone's at $3, $2, $1. Shoot.
That's when you can start sniping some people because they can't outbid you.
Yeah, or you strategize your sleepers here. So, like, okay, I know that no one can outbid me here, so whoever I nominate, I'm going to get no matter what. It better be a guy who I actually want, so I better pre-plan a little bit ahead of time. So, I actually really like J.K. Dobbins, but I let him go.
Yeah, you saw that last mock draft, too. I do not like him, but...
As long as he's healthy, I'm very high on J.K. Dobbins. So let's go over J.K. Dobbins stats, Dave. This is fun. Career yards per carry for J.K. Dobbins. Do you know what it is?
Career yards per carry, I'm going to go with 4.2.
5.2.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's really good. Oh man, I really like Dobbins. Hope he's healthy this year. Justin Herbert at $5, gonna go for $5.
That's crazy. Tucker Kraft.
This is another one where, like, man, he was finally breaking out last year. Looked like he could be in that top tier or second tier of tight ends. Had the unfortunate injury then, so we'll see. But I'm still pretty high on him. I'm a little cautious right now with him. Haven't heard too much about reports for when he's going to come back or how he is progressing through that injury. So
yeah,
DK Metcalf.
It'll be interesting to see how he comes back.
$9 for DK. Nope.
Top good.
See ya. Enjoy him.
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, teams are starting to lose a lot of max fab here. I think the max right now is what, Team 8 with 25?
I think so, yeah. And Team 8, I think, is full, so they're not bidding anyway.
Yeah, Team 8 is out of here, so
Team 4 with $24.
Yeah, see, Team 8's full and they have $25 extra. That's incredibly terrible managing by this team owner, whatever you want to call it. So Why do you call him Kenny Gainwell in here? The hell?
I don't know, but Kenny.
Kenny! I've never seen him named Kenny Gainwell in here. Only Kenneth Gainwell. Bijan Robinson for the Atlanta Falcons, running back.
No, that is Brian Robinson. Don't get it confused, people.
Oh, running back, but this he says running back for the Falcons. That's what?
Yeah, they're both running backs for the Falcons.
Now, who would do such a thing?
Brian would do such a thing.
Man, please, I don't want him. Oh no!
Stick him.
So now this is a situation where I bid on someone I don't want to try to get him out of there because I want to spend less on a guy later who I should have nominated. I was going to nominate Brian Thomas, okay? I thought maybe I could get him for $1. Instead, I nominated Dalton Kincaid, and now I have 2 tight ends. Not the best management, but for $1, whatever.
Yeah.
I want him, but I'm not taking him.
Steal of the draft. Steal of the draft right there. $4 for Marvin Harrison. I will gladly take him.
Good pickup. I can't do it. I can't believe I did Dalton Kincaid. That's so stupid.
Hey, that's funny.
It'll good
for me though.
Be a good bench tight end. So.
Yeah.
Michael Wilson's gonna go for $2.
Good for him. Whoever gets him. So yeah, we are just trying to wind down here, getting closer and closer to the end of the draft. Just gotta make some picks and try and get some of these sleepers here that you got for later on.
Yeah, and if you're just joining us, we're doing a Guillotine auction draft, so a little different. That's why there's a timer. That's why there's a little confusion. We're not doing snake. We're not doing redraft or anything. We just go straight down the line. This is what a Guillotine auction draft is. So auction meaning we are bidding for players as they get nominated, and Guillotine meaning you get chopped if your team sucks. Brian Thomas Jr. for $2.
And it can get a little slow with this part of it. So
let's go. I love that. What a value.
BTJ for $2?
$2.
Pretty good.
James Conner, you can have him. That bum bench.
Who's nominating him?
Sam Laporta. Man, I hate Dalton Kincaid. I'm so pissed about that.
I'm dying.
Oh, gosh. Well, I'm going to get who I freaking nominate. Ah!
Alec Pierce, your boo.
Are you shitting me right now?
No, I'm
just not going to spend more money on him. So spend all your money, Dave. Good pick.
I'll take him gladly. I needed a quarterback, and I got a quarterback that I really like. I'm very high on Caleb Williams this year.
I am as well.
I think he will be very, very good for fantasy. And your max bid is what, Moss, now?
$10.
Oh, nice. You can do some sniping.
Sure can. Well, go for the stack, I guess.
Mine as well.
Sorry, Kincaid. I'm focusing on Kincaid there, thinking, but it was only $1. Like, why am I crying? That's a great backup tight end for $1.
No way he sneaks through. All right, cool. I'll take it.
Who was it? I wasn't even paying attention.
Mark Andrews for $1.
Yeah, I'm good. Woo!
I mean, I get that he's getting up there in age, but he still has no competition, so I will take that for $1.
Yeah, but I already have 2 tight ends, so
okay.
I'm gonna go for a third. I like Dak this year. I think he'll be a top 5 quarterback, so this is good value for this guy.
Yeah, I do too. I don't like Trevor Lawrence this year, if I'm being honest with you.
I do. We'll see. I think. I mean, it all depends on Bashal Tootin, but I think he's up for the task. So
Yeah.
my turn to nominate. Ugh. Hurry.
What do I do? Wandale. Here's to you, Mr. Robinson.
I'll take Wandale.
The Ferg. Fergalicious. Yeah, I do not think I would take Patrick Mahomes right here.
No, sir. No, he is not going to be playing the beginning of the year. That is going to be Sir Justin Fields.
That would be bad for Guillotine, specifically.
Yes, absolutely. No playing on week 1 means you're not going to be in week 2.
Get chopped. What it means.
Getting chopped. George Kittle for $1 is crazy value.
Yep.
Might be the steal of the draft right there.
I'll gladly take him.
Kenyon Sadiq for $1.
So now my tight end room is all set up.
Nice.
I got Mark Andrews and George Kittle. And that's why I like the strategy of waiting for tight ends here, because unless you get your Brock Bowers or Trey McBrides,
yeah.
like I would just rather wait, because you can get some of these veteran players and load them up for $1.
Yep. So now this is where the situation where everyone's $1. Usually, no one's going to really get outbid here. So it's just you're going to hope that this is where your sleeper falls. You bid on them, and you're automatically going to get them. So.
Yep. Or you can snipe.
Am I up right now?
You are.
Woo! Give me a RB1 this late. I'm not high on him, but that's cool. He's RB1. You dick.
Just had to make you use a little bit of fob, that's all.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, I think price here at this point in time is good
Great
value. It's I mean,
like
running back 1 here as your running back 3, that's really good.
A receiver room that's pretty decent as well. We'll see. The money says so, at least. Emmett Johnson. Never going to get on the field. Emmett Johnson. Woody Marks. Never going to get on the field. Backup running back, Woody Marks.
Somebody can have him. I don't want him.
Couldn't beat out Nick Chubb last year on a hobbled leg. Woody Marks.
Let's do Hugh. I knew you were going to snipe him.
That'll be mine.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. But yeah, Quentin Johnston is somebody that I just bid on, and Mossor sniped him for $2 and got him.
Love it. Trey Benson, take him.
I don't want him.
Take him.
Tyron Tracy,
a lot of people are down on him. I do like Tyron Tracy. I think that him and Scatterboo coming back will be the RB1, but he's a great complimentary back, especially catching out of the backfield. I really do like. He's a former receiver in college. I like him.
Fair enough.
My turn to nominate. Oh no. Ooh, I'm nervous. I don't know who.
I knew you were going to do him.
Give me up for $1. Casey Concepcion for $1. Love it.
I mean, everybody at this point in the draft you should get for $1, so. Travis Kelce.
What you don't want to do is not check buys. David already mentioned that. I did not. I never
Yep.
check buys in these mock draft guys. So some of these might have matching buys, which is never great. But hopefully you can, find better players anyway. Like I'm not banking on Wandale Robinson to be on my team for very long because I'm hoping that team 8 is going to get cut and I can go find a better player or team 2. So Wandale is just a great complimentary piece. If that makes sense. So
Yeah,
Jonah
that makes
Coleman,
sense.
I like this pick as well. My RB2 out of the draft. We'll see what happens. RG Harvey just had surgery. He might be out for a little while. He could get some potential work in there and show what he's got, Jonah Coleman. So, Alvin Kamara.
I
Xavier
still like Alvin
Gordon.
Kamara a lot here. I think people are sleeping on his value right now
I,
because
I don't
they
know.
signed Travis Etienne.
I think ETN's the clear RB1. And, I'm bell cow back. I think Alvin Kamara is only on that team because of his service that he's done for that team in previous years. I think he's done, brother.
Nah, that might be the case, but we'll see.
Josh Downs is my last pick. My team is full. My team, quarterback Trevor Lawrence, that's fine for week 1. Jahmyr Gibbs, Devin Achane, Ted McMillan, Brian Thomas Jr., Brock Bowers is my tight end with Dalton Kincaid, Alec Pierce, Wandell Robinson, Jadarian Price, Quentin Johnson, PC Concepcion, and Josh. Now, the bot is picking all of their individual players because they all have $1. So,
Yeah, just getting them for $1.
Who you going? Let me see.
You'll see. You'll see.
Good pick.
I'm gonna get my last quarterback here. Round out the draft.
Malik Willis.
No, I went Tyler Shuck.
Oh, Shuck. I like it. All right,
There
draft
you
is
have it.
done. Let's go over this real quick. Read your team real quick, David.
Yeah, so I got Caleb Williams, Bijan Robinson, David Montgomery, Puka Nakua, Jalen Waddle, Mark Andrews, Marvin Harrison Jr., George Kittle, Jonathan Brooks, Jaden Reed, Rashad White, Denzel Boston, and Tyler Shuck.
Awesome. I have Trevor Lawrence, Jahmyr Gibbs, Devin Achane, Ted McMillan, Brian Thomas Jr., Brock Bowers, Dalton Kincaid, Alec Pierce, Wandell Robinson, Jadarian Price, Quentin Johnson, Casey Concepcion, and Josh Downs. Both of us have solid teams, David. I don't necessarily even know where to compare here. Obviously your quarterback is better. Running backs, I would say, are washes. At least, I think Achane has got a better season than Montgomery coming up. But I think Montgomery does have a
Maybe.
good coming up. Devin
I'd say
Achane
they're washes, yeah.
running back the last 2 years, so I don't know if it's a wash necessarily. You obviously have better receivers, at least those first 2. I have a better tight end, and then bench. As the bench, you have a decent. I like your bench probably a little better. I'd probably give you the slight edge here, David.
All right. Well, thank you. I also would give myself a slight edge here.
Real humble. I'm just kidding.
No, I just think my depth here with wide receiver is something that I think will be utilized a lot to start the season, and then it will allow me to not necessarily need to reach for players early on when the cuts start happening in Guillotine. And so,
yeah, I agree. Yeah, obviously, I think both of our teams are going to sustain week 1 cuts, especially when you look at like team 4 here, who has $19 extra left over, and their team is done. They could utilize that $19 instead of Cam Scadaboo and Bashal Tootin being their top running backs. They could have gotten somebody like Ashton Genty for the same price, or Kenneth Walker to compare. So,
yep.
You really got to watch that. You don't ever want to have any fab left over. $25 is insane. That's what, an eighth of your total money allowed spent, and it's just going waste here. So don't do what team 3 team 4 or team A has done here. But those are probably going to be the top candidates to be cut. And you just want to survive week to week. So I'm confident both of us are going to survive at least 4 weeks. And then look to possibly, like for me and my strategy, I try to ride my draft as long as possible. if I do do pick up anyone on the waiver wire, I try to do it for as little money as possible, $1, not the big name, someone who I think, oh, this has, potential for great, the next 2 or 3 weeks to have great matchups. I think you could get points, stuff like that. But other than that, I'm saving my money as long as possible and just riding my draft. Obviously, if you're getting a little uncomfortable and you're getting at that chopping block, then you might have to assess your team a little differently. But for me, I think both of us riding just our draft alone will get us through week 4 easily. So.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one thing that you have to keep in mind, though, is when you do need to adapt and you do need to start spending money in those free agency periods because a player got hurt or you made a trade and now you're weak in one position, don't be afraid to do it. Like the most important thing is that you keep your team alive, and so don't try to like be fancy and be like, I can squeak it out this week. Don't even take the chance. If you see somebody who just got cut that you're like, hey, my team needs a running back, and Christian McCaffrey just got cut, do what you can to try and get him because that'll help you in the long run.
Absolutely. All right, that was our Guillotine auction mock draft, guys. Hopefully you learned some stuff. Hopefully we taught you a little bit, right? Some value. If we did bring some value, please, David, what are they supposed to do here for our social media?
They are supposed to follow us, turn on the automatic downloads where they get their podcasts, leave a like, leave a review, let us know how we're doing. But yeah, follow us on all the social medias as well. We just want to help you succeed in your fantasy football leagues, whether that's Guillotine, Redraft, Dynasty, all the other ones, Best Ball. Yeah, so just please subscribe to us, let us know how we're doing. And yeah, we're going to have a lot more content coming out for you guys to help you get ready for this upcoming season.
Not to mention, I mean, this is episode 17 of this season 2 that we've done. So we've had 17 episodes just for this off season, getting everyone ready for this specific upcoming season for fantasy football, guys. A lot of value, a lot of content, a lot of hard work and hours went into this just for you guys to enjoy. So, we really appreciate you guys. If you could please, like David said, follow us on all socials, follow us on Spotify. If you follow us on Twitter right now, if you're on my Twitter at Dynasty CLE watching, go to David's at David Kahoun 24. Follow him. Follow us at The Commish Couch. Go on Spotify, please. It takes a couple of seconds. Subscribe, guys. We are so grateful for you. We are doing really, really well. We just want to continue to do well. So we're grateful for you guys. Also, real quick, I need to highlight our sponsor again. Take a moment to thank them. Mossor Moments Photography, them, which if you haven't already know, is my business that my wife Hallie and I run together. Mossor Moments Photography is our husband and wife wedding photography team based right here in Cleveland. For the past 10 years, Hallie and I have had the privilege of photographing more than, it says 100 here, but probably close to 200 weddings across.
I was going to say it should be more than that.
Yeah, I mean, we did 50 weddings 2 years ago in 1 year. So I mean, come on. Every single one of those weddings was shot together. Hallie and I together, just the two of us working side by side, capturing the day as a true team. What we care about most is telling the real story of the wedding day. The genuine moments, the emotion, the little interactions that actually matter. Years later, we want couples to feel comfortable, natural, and completely themselves in front of the camera. And we approach every wedding with that mindset. No stiff posing, no forced smiles, just honest, meaningful images that feel true to who you are. Cleveland is home, but our inspiration comes from everywhere we've traveled. We've been all over the world doing photography, and every couple that we've met. And whether it's a backyard ceremony or a full-scale destination wedding, we bring the same warmth and the same consistency and the same passion to every single shoot. If you want to see our work or learn more, you can visit our website at mossormomentsphotography.com. That's MOSSOR momentsphotography.com. All right, David, that is going to do it for season 2, episode 17, 30th episode overall of the Commissioner's Couch Fantasy Football Podcast. 30 is crazy number, buddy. That's awesome.
That is insane. Yeah. I mean, it's been so much fun though. Like I feel like we're also learning, like relearning things as we go through all these mock drafts and just relearning all of these things that we've done every year. But like, we have to actually talk about this different strategies that we are implementing as we do it. And so it's been so fun and getting me so excited for the football season. So.
Yeah, I mean, tonight is one of those, episodes that remind me why I love doing this show. A full 12-team Guillotine auction mock draft is a different kind of beast, It forces you to think, to adapt, to stay disciplined, and to embrace the chaos that makes this format so addictive. So addictive. David is addicted, guys. He's addicted. We walk through bidding wars, the budget traps, the value pockets, and the moment where you have to decide whether you're playing to survive or playing to take control of the room. And you saw that throughout the different variations of the draft. And honestly, these are the drafts that teach you the most about yourself as a fantasy manager. How aggressive are you in fantasy? How patient are you? How comfortable are you living on the edge? Guillotine leagues exposes all of it. And tonight's mock gave you a real look of how those decisions play out when the blade is always hanging overhead, because you're always ready to get chopped. Next week we shift gears again into one of my favorite type of episodes, David. Next Thursday, we are going to run a full, we call it Call Our Shots show, basically planting our flags on who we believe will be the best performers this season and who absolutely will not be. The breakouts, the busts, the league winners, the landmines, the players we're willing to put our names behind before training camp even opens. It's going to be a fun, bold, and always leads to some of the best debates we have all year. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys got to check it out. Please check out our previous episodes as well. We have a lot of mock drafts that we've done recently, and we broke down every rookie you can think of, tons of rookies. Go check him out on Spotify. For David Kahoun, you can follow him at David Kahoun24. I'm Ryan Mossor. You can find me at Dynasty CLE. This has been the Commissioner's Couch Fantasy Football Podcast. We will see you next week. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And as always, we'll see you back on the couch next week.
Good luck.
Good luck. Where's this X? There it is.